Hello, I am here to do a reading for the upcoming weekend, which is April 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. I have more time on my hands, and it came out of the blue, so I thought that I would see what this weekend is gonna bring. But since I am doing a reading for myself, I kind of wanted to bring in the community as well and see what it's looking like, how things are gonna play out. These decks have been recently cleansed through the full moon, and all of my beautiful stones got so much good energy from this balancing moon that was just out, and they came back from the beach. Angels, please be here with me while we uncover what is going on for the week of the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Please tell me what is up and coming for us. Friday. Ooh, Queen of Fire. Confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. I feel like since this got pulled in reverse, stretch your wings and fly, I feel like a lot of us are feeling maybe trapped down or not where we want to be, maybe trapped inside or limited, feeling a lot of like limitations on themselves or something. They're not feeling confident in their own abilities to sustain themselves. But that's how I feel like Friday a lot of us will be feeling. But I don't know about you guys, but I've kind of just been floating. But a lot of people around me have been consumed by this toxic energy that is consistently on their phones or just always around them. And even technology has been hard for me to be into, but I notice a lot of people have been sucked in a lot more, and I just want you guys to be aware of the negative impact that it actually has on your mindset and your brain and your own self-worth and your own self-growth. You know what I'm saying? Once you stop that process, it kind of starts to deplete and fall apart. How is Saturday gonna look for us after that pretty self-doubt of a day? How is Saturday gonna look for us? Knight of Air, this is also in reversed. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice, balance, mental and emotional considerations. I feel like since this is also in reverse again, it could go both ways. It kind of depends on who you are as a person and how you view life. Like, it's always easily switched back and forth, but I feel like people are having a hard time saying what they really want to say. And that can be hard when you're like not able to confront someone in person all the time, especially with this quarantine going on. People are always having to rely on like texts or a glitchy, even half an hour Zoom meeting or whatever, like doesn't really work out that well. Yeah. And they're like not in person, so it's less reactive, You can't tell what they're gonna say. But let's see what Sunday brings. Ooh, 5 of Air. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. On Sunday, I feel like there's going to be like a little dispute between a few of your friends or a few like family members or something like that. And it could be over like getting together. Like maybe you're disputing on whether you should get together or not, or if it's not a good idea, or you know what I'm saying, or it could just be like all kind of like gossiping about each other, or I don't know. But I feel like you should watch what you say and be careful. And just maybe take a second to process what everyone else is saying before you give input, because that sometimes helps with the truth and your most honest and loving truth that you can give. And one last one for Monday. 3 of air. Here we are. I feel like we've been a lot of like very airy lately. I've been feeling that energy. And here we are. We have 3 air cards. So I feel like a lot of us are just kind of like floating on through. But this also is in reverse, but it says, great sadness, take time to heal. The need to forgive yourself or others. I feel like some of us that have this extra time are either taking really good advantage of it, or they're going kind of crazy, or they aren't sure what to do when they're stuck inside with their family. But I want people to know that they can take this time to really reflect on themselves and come back to themselves and slow down time. Like, when do you ever get the chance to just take your time waking up in the morning? Like, most people immediately wake up in the morning and are thinking of the next things they're going to be doing. They're not thinking about maybe what they're dreaming about, or how it feels to be laying in bed, or maybe how it feels to wake up in such a familiar place, and maybe there's something different that you never noticed before inside your room, or something like that. Like, you just have more time. And I feel like people should be taking advantage of that. And even if you don't, you haven't really been affected, like you are still working and everything like that, maybe take like the extra time that you do have and put it towards something more resourceful. Something that you can actually use and have it be beneficial towards your own life. But at the heart of the matter, we have Knight of Air. Here we go again. So many airs. It says, events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options. Creative solutions. I feel like things that happen with great speed, I feel like this is having to do with our current situation, like with this virus that happened and our government shutting down people's way of living and their jobs, and just a lot of all the chaoticness that's going on. I feel like that's what kind of started all this airiness, or, you know, people's doubts and people's stuck feelings, because they really got thrown out of their routine without even realizing it because of this great speed that happened. And it says creative solutions, but that always makes me think of like adaptation, or the ability to be able to adapt quickly. Some people have it and some people just do not do well. And there's a lot of things you can do to help with that. Like, for starters, honestly, just breathing, because that's the most simplest thing you can continue doing as a human, is just continuing to breathe in and breathe out. Like, that just brings you back to, I feel like, the simplest form of time and present moment, I guess. But But yeah, that's really all I have to give. Where should our focus be? Our focus should be on victory. Good news, it's on its way. Public recognition or awards. I feel like a lot of us are needing to hold on to, we need to hold on to the thought that when we get out of this, not if, when we get out of this, what do I want to see? What am I going to be? What am I going to focus on? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us are going to start having that focus mindset, that growth mindset. And so a lot of us are going to have that recognition from people for standing out and standing through all that hardship and having a clear mind and having a stable mind and a stable body and spirit. I also feel like there was one attached on the bottom, and I think it goes with where our focus should be. And it's in reverse, so I feel like it has to do with this chaotic situation that society is in right now, and the nation and even the world. But it's in reverse, so I feel like we should really have our focus not be on what's going on, not be on social media, because if we really have to be informed, we will be by authority. You know, they will come up to us in person, or they will personally call you, or they'll tell you what is necessary or what is needed. You know, authoritative figures will tell us that. You don't need to be on your phone to be consistently updated. And honestly, like, you will be informed by people around you. There's lots of other people on your phone, on their phones, or, you know, like, that are doctors or nurses that can tell you what's going on, or government officials that can tell you what's going on. But yeah, maybe just spending less time having that at the forefront of your mind, that'll help bring you back into the flow of your own self and your own life and your own time and speed, and maybe bring you back to creating for yourself all over again instead of losing it to everybody else, you know? All right. That is all. I have nothing else to say. Thank you. Namaste.